We're less than a week away from President Trump's second summit meeting with North Korean dictator Kim Jong Un. A new Fox News poll finds 46% of registered voters now approve of the president's policies on North Korea. Only 41% disapprove. Joining us tonight, retired four-star general, Fox Business chief strategic analyst, General Jack Keane. General, good to see you. And this is interesting to see these numbers in the polling. The president building support for his view on bringing North Korea into the table and denuclearizing the Korean Peninsula. Your thoughts?
Well, I think that's largely due, one, because they are talking. This is the second summit. And two, the testing, which had a whole air of crisis about it, with ballistic missiles flying over Japan, flying towards our other allies in the region, and threatening to use nuclear weapons against the United States. So that speech is gone, and so is that testing. I think that contributes to what's taking place here. But, and there is a big but, that North Korea has not given us yet anything tangible in terms of dismantling, disarming nuclear weapons and ballistic missiles. Hopefully, we'll get some kind of a breakthrough here as a result of this summit. Remains to be seen.
Perhaps I infer incorrectly, but somewhat differently than you. I do see that the end of ballistic missile tests flying over Japan, as you point out, and other places. We've seen an absence of testing for almost a year and a half now as a result of the president's engagement with Kim Jong Un. That period of some 15, 16 months in which there's been no testing, no bellicosity per se, is in marked contrast to the 30 years that preceded this presidency, in which the North Koreans were full-time aggravants in global geopolitics.
Well, that's true. I mean, but Kim Jong Un is the leader among the three of them, grandfather, father, and now grandson, who truly accelerated the nuclear testing and ballistic missiles to a degree that his predecessors never had. But remember, at the first summit, the president and Kim Jong Un have both agreed to denuclearize, and hopefully here there'll be a tangible step I think to do that. What our government would like to see is that there a timetable to denuclearize with an inventory of their assets to support it, and a commitment that there would be independent inspectors to verify that dismantling. Some kind of schedule to do that would certainly be a major tangible thing going forward.
I want to turn very quickly as we wrap up here. We're out of time, unfortunately, but Vladimir Putin said he'd be perfectly willing to bring back the Cuban Missile Crisis in 2019. What do you make of the statement, and what should be the U.S. response?
Well, I think it's Putin bluster again, psychologically trying to undermine the United States, as he's done before so successfully with Obama, threatening escalation, and as a result of that, no action taken. I believe what we should do here is what Ronald Reagan did in the 1980s when he deployed Pershing missiles to Europe. As a result of that, the Soviet Union came to the negotiating table, and we got the 1987 INF treaty agreement. The Russians have been violating that agreement. We should up our game in terms of countering that threat. We should not expose the American people to that threat or our allies. And I think as a result of that, there's a very good opportunity that negotiations will be restarted again to put together a new treaty, and this time hopefully to be able to pull China into it. So I think the president is absolutely on the right path here, and I think he understands what Putin is up to here.
General Jack Keane, always good to talk with you. Thanks, General.
Yeah, good talking to you, Lou.